First of all, I'm sorry about what happened out there. We're working with authorities to get to the bottom of it. But Hunter says it seems like it was just a random, unstable individual.
Is this how things are handled over here in WWE? Maybe I would have been better off staying where I was.
I assure you that's not the case. You're in good hands with us.
So if it was a random person, what was with that stuff on the Tron?
I wouldn't assume the two things were connected. Could have just been unrelated technical difficulties. Either way, I don't think it's anything to worry about. Better to focus on the positive and move on.
I can handle my own strategy on how to deal with this. Thanks.
I'll set up a match for you next week on SmackDown, and I'll make sure it's against a local competitor that you'll be sure to dominate. After that, no one will be talking about what happened tonight.
That attack came out of nowhere. Are you okay?
Hey, Troy. I'm a lot more angry than I am hurt.
That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. The perfect way to blow off a little steam.
You got any idea who was under that mask? Because that's who I'd like to get my hands on.
I do not. However, since I got promoted, which was definitely based on merit, not because Roman Reigns landed on me at WrestleMania and Triple H felt bad about my numerous injuries, I've been put in charge of booking the matches for our live events.
Congratulations?
You should be congratulating yourself, because I've got my eye on you to be the main attraction for our next big tour.
I appreciate it, Troy, but I'm focused on figuring out who jumped me and then enacting some very disproportionate revenge.
That's exactly why you should compete in some live event matches. It's the perfect opportunity to sharpen your skills and max out your abilities. Trust me, you won't believe the kind of rewards you'll get with live events.
Fine, Troy. Next time you have a live event opportunity, hit me up.
You're the best. Thanks so much. You'll find me waiting for you when I'm ready to book the next bunch of shows.
Can't wait.
Hey, you all right?
I'm okay. I know we didn't cross paths too much at our former workplace, but it's good to see a friendly face here. Anyway, it's wrestling. On to the next thing, right?
Listen, I know management wants us to brush things like this under the rug, but I'm not sure it was a one-time event. Besides, how does some random person get access to the Tron?
That's what I said.
Look, if I were you, I'd keep your head on a swivel. I'm just speculating, but this could be the start of something bigger.
I appreciate your advice, but I don't think it is. Like I said, on to the next thing.
Hey, this superstar might surprise you.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from the nearest nightclub, Sensational Starla.
Lots of confidence for someone who's always destined to rack up L's.
That's not always true. What if the GM puts them up against another local talent?
Then we all lose, Saxton.
Yeah, I'm thinking this won't end well tonight.
It won't be pretty, but hopefully it'll be quick.
Here she is, making her highly anticipated WWE debut.
And her opponent from Puerto Rico, the Queen!
The anticipation has really been building for this moment. Fans have been imagining her competing inside a WWE ring for years.
And not just the fans. She grew up on WWE programming. This isn't just the fans' dream come true. It's hers.
The pressure to live up to the hype must be immense. Everyone's eyes are on the #1 pick's WWE debut tonight.
They are, but SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis has clearly set her up with an opportunity to come out of the gate strong.
Absolutely, Corey. She's gotten an amazing opportunity to put the events of last week's draft behind.
We got it covered. And skirts out of the pin.
Just using the cover to drain out some energy.
Flat out power.
Wow.
A deadlift military press.
Holy moly.
Slam.
Talk about intimidation. I'm not sure if it's resilience or stupidity that's going to drive you to try and come back from a move like that.
The giant swing.
Your legs have to feel like jelly after you got spun like that.
Now this is just a ruthless attack.
Oh, such aggression.
And with an onslaught of strikes like that, it's clear they have nothing but punishment on their mind.
Looks like she's been cut open after that. You hate to see this.
And check out this ridiculous power.
Oh, an uppercut. And she's unleashed a barrage here.
Starla might be in a panic soon. Oh, solid forearm.
She counters it.
And that might be the...
Schoolboy applied to put this one away.
Kicks out on the pinfall attempt.
Doesn't bode well if you still can't get more than a 1 count by now.
The power, the strength, and now just pressing. And a drop. What a display of strength here.
Down into the shoulder.
Wow, that hurt. And she's unable to defend herself, unable to stop this assault in any way.
She has her guard up, but she might need a better plan soon.
Oh, check out this power. This is ridiculous.
Dominance. Power slam. She's psyching herself up now.
Ringing the arm. Looking now for a top wrist lock.
But this opponent still fighting back.
She has taken the momentum.
Starla might be in a panic soon. Muay Thai clinch.
Multiple knee strikes.
Just going all out with every blow.
Relentless.
You can't get caught in a hailstorm like that if you want to win.
Oof. Kick right to the gut.
Oh my goodness.
Just strike it at will. Goes down low. What are we about to see here?
Cross-legged DDT.
Oh man, this might be it.
There's 2.
What a resounding victory here tonight for the #1 pick.
I agree, Byron. That was pure domination.
The hell? Not this again.
It's the same attacker from the draft.
Where's security? Come on.
I guess she's taking matters into her own hands.
Good. I'm sick of this.
And this time, they're not getting away.
The masked assailant is regretting this now.
They might not be masked for much longer.
Is that Roxanne Perez from NXT?
Why was she doing this?
We're going to go to commercial while we sort this out.
That's enough. Sit down and stay there. What are we going to do with her?
We're gonna get some answers, and we're gonna get them right now.
You have no idea.
Oh, I have a lot of ideas. And now we're going to start figuring out which one of them is accurate. Start talking.
The new era has arrived.
Is this about the draft? Because Triple H said it was the start of a new era?
It's been right in front of you, but you can't ignore it anymore.
What's been right in front of me?
Lord Dawn.
I think I've had about enough. We'll settle this when you face me in a match next week. Now get this attention-seeking nobody out of here!
So you got the bad guy, huh?
Looks like it.
I know Triple H and everyone is telling you this is over now, but I still think there's more to come.
Roxanne's an attention-seeking lunatic, but we got her. I'm gonna take out my frustration in the ring, and that will be it. It's over.
Well, I hope you're right, but I think the entire roster should be on the lookout. I know I will be.
Here's the woman, anxious to upend the unmasked Roxanne Perez.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Puerto Rico, the Queen!
There's an extra degree of intensity in the arena tonight. She heads into the ring not as the top overall draft pick, but as the swift hand of justice.
And I know a lot of folks are watching to see what kind of sentence she can deliver to Roxanne Perez.
The prodigy is here.
And she is angry, and she is vengeful.
And her opponent from Laredo, Texas, Roxanne Perez.
A woman with a proven championship mentality.
And she believes she's now the version of herself that she needed to be.
Do you doubt her, Saxton? She's one of only 3 women to hold the NXT Women's title more than once.
Even though Roxanne Perez did not want to respond to questions last week, she has a lot to answer for tonight.
This is about more than just Roxanne, Saxton. She may have been acting alone, but the message being sent tonight is for all of WWE.
And that message is clear. These kind of attacks are over. Now it's up to our top draft pick to make sure that point hits home in the ring. Cross-legged DDT!
Keeping in close quarters, and look at these lefts.
Relentless.
Every strike more devastating than the last.
Vicious, aggressive attacks. Oh, my God. And Perez saw that coming.
Oh, man. Oh, right on the arm.
Perez caught by surprise.
Bulldog plant.
Some might call that showing off, but what a display. What a way to flaunt your abilities. Uh-oh, this is not gonna end well. Nice suplex.
Right in the mouth, relentless. Just grounding and pounding.
Oh, God!
Setting course to the top turnbuckle.
Lift off!
You gotta be kidding me!
From ring post to ringside, risking it all paid off. Boom! Kinshasa!
Roxanne is being overwhelmed.
This is where Roxanne will be tested.
Catches a punch. Goes down low. What are we about to see here?
Cross-legged DDT. She's looking winded now.
This late into the match, though, still in pretty good shape here.
And she slides her back to the mat. And she's returning fire.
Perez is pushing back now.
Roxanne showing it's not time for lying down, it's time for fighting back.
Oh, look at this. German suplex. And not done yet. Another German. And continuing to punish their opponent with a German.
And Roxanne being aligned into position.
Uh-oh.
Batten down the hatches.
F5! Thunderous!
That could be curtains for Roxanne.
This is more than a win. The #1 draft pick can now move on and focus on bigger goals.
Good riddance to Roxanne Perez and whatever this was all about.
Now what?
Is that Charlie Dempsey?
What the hell is going on?
That's certainly Gigi Dolan.
Nikita Lyons from behind. What is happening?
And now Roxanne Perez is recovered and is joining NXT's Nikita Lyons. Clearly Perez wasn't acting alone in all this.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a common theme here, guys. We got to get some help out here.
This is a full-on invasion.
And the invaders are all from NXT.
We need help back there, right now.
Nick Aldis is trying to intervene.
Trick Williams with a chair.
And Aldis goes down too.
The NXT Unity Tag Champions have taken out CM Punk.
And Charlotte gets nailed too.
This is insane.
Please, somebody, anybody, do something.
We are under siege.
It's Bayley and Kevin Owens.
Finally.
You can't just come in here and do this without repercussions.
What the?
Bayley and KO are part of this? Are you serious?
What are we witnessing?
If you couldn't tell, this is a mutiny. Current and former members of NXT have united under one cause. We will no longer stand by and be treated like third-class citizens.
Members of the board, do we have your attention?
We will not stop until NXT is the one and only brand left standing in WWE.
I'm just about speechless.
We've just witnessed pure anarchy.
It was a mutiny, Saxton. Bayley said it herself. Unbelievable.
Well, it's over for tonight at least.
Who really knows at this point?
I might be out for a bit after what they did to me. But the second I'm back, I need revenge on the NXT Unity Champions and every single person involved.
I'm with you.
Good. But don't forget I warned both of you that this would happen, and no one listened.
I was wrong. I know. But this isn't the time to point fingers.
Yeah, it's the time to start listening to me. No one around here can be trusted. No one. This could go all the way to the top. Who created NXT and would stand to benefit from all this? Yeah. Chew on that for a minute.
Look, I've already spoken to Adam Pearce, and we're going to work together to fight back against this NXT mutiny. Raw and SmackDown are a united front, but we need a leader. I drafted you #1 for a reason. I know you can step up to lead the charge.
After what they did to me, I don't need convincing. But what are we getting ourselves into? You heard what Punk just said. About Triple H?
As usual, Punk's way out of line with that comment. I've been working side by side with Triple H the past few weeks to figure out what's been going on. There's no way he has anything to do with this.
You're right. Punk's fired up about getting attacked and not thinking straight. He did have a point, though, that we have to be careful about who to trust.
I know. It seems like Bailey and KO have convinced most of NXT to join them along with some other big names from our side. And we have to assume that any other NXT alumni from Raw and SmackDown might be one of them.
And it sounds like we need to find someone from outside of WWE who can step in and join the fight against NXT.
You got someone in mind?
I do. I know just the person to turn the tide. They're from... They're from a rival promotion.
Okay. But how does that prove they're not secretly working with NXT? How do you know we can trust them?
We used to date. So yeah, I'd say I know them very well. And trust was never an issue.
All right, sold. After you get them on board, let's talk next steps. And don't wait too long. We need to move fast before this NXT mutiny strikes again.
Wow, you came all the way to Japan to see me. Must really be desperate for help against NXT.
Ah, my ex calling me desperate. I missed that.
I'm going to ignore that. But I suppose we did make a good team. Might be nice to get back together. In the ring only, of course.
Not to mention the fact Mutiny keeps adding top names, so I can't really trust many people in WWE right now.
So you're saying I was your only option? I see how it is.
Best and only option. So what do you think? Will you do it?
Turns out I've been working on a handshake agreement here. So it shouldn't be too hard to wiggle my way out of it. I'm in.
Great. We need to get started right away.
Okay, just hang on a minute. I do have one more match obligation to fulfill here tonight. Then we'll get started.
All right. You do that, and I'll get to strategizing.
Haven't changed a bit. So this is how #1 draft picks live, huh? Nice.
The tour bus is nice, but more importantly, it's private. We need the space to talk strategy, since who knows who might be listening backstage and feeding information to NXT.
Good point. What about the GMs, though? Can we at least trust them? Adam Pearce was messaging me the other day.
Yeah, Pierce and Aldis are vetted, and they've given us full authority to counter the NXT mutiny movement. CM Punk will be helping us too once he's healthy. But for now, it's just us, so we need to figure out our first move.
Whenever I was in a tough situation like this wrestling for the competition, I learned the best path forward is to focus on doing what I do best. Which, in my case, is being... scheming and calculated.
Well, since you just basically dropped everything to come in here and help me, it's only fair you take the lead on this. What do you think we should do?
NXT is going to be ready for you to strike back, but they don't know I'm on board yet. We could use that as a tactical advantage.
How so?
We're going to hustle them, embarrass them, and when it's all over, walk out with their precious intergender NXT Unity tag titles.
Solid plan. It's exactly what I would have done. But how are we going to pull this off?
I know a guy who can get me into the Performance Center.
First things first, you're going to explain just how the hell you got in here. The Performance Center is official NXT Mutiny territory now.
Chase got us in, right?
That's right. I'm Chase. Used to train here a few years back. Still think I got a raw deal. Before that, I was a popular minor league mascot named Ribby. Ring a bell?
I have no idea what you're talking about. So you just walked right in? I don't get it.
Well, I still had my old badge. Plus, it helped that I kept in touch with Todd, the security guard. Good guy.
Freaking Todd! This really is his last strike. Anyway, I'll deal with him later. Why exactly are you here?
We're here to show Mutiny just how great me and Chase are. If you want to take down Raw and SmackDown, you need to sign us.
Is Shawn Michaels still here? What about Corey Klein? I'd like to give them a piece of my mind. They really missed the boat on old Chase.
None of them are here. You're dealing with me, okay? NXT Mutiny signed me to be their top producer, and I can't have outsiders showing up unannounced on my watch. My bosses would not approve.
I told you this was a bad idea, Chase. Let's just go to SmackDown or Raw, where they recognize real talent. Their GMs have been blowing up my phone non-stop.
Wait, they have? You know, it just so happens that the NXT Unity Tag Team Champions are training here today and need some opponents. So if you two think you're Mutiny material, go prove it.
You won't regret this.
Just remember, if this works out, who gave you the big break. Now excuse me. I need to go fire Todd. I'm happy you two came in today. Lexus and JC were just telling me they wanted some real competition, but I guess you'll have to do. Kidding! Let's see what those Raw and SmackDown GMs were so interested in. You two were supposed to be hot free agents? I don't get it. Wait, you guys did say you were wrestlers, right? My Mutiny business cards are gonna be amazing. We're talking next level. Too bad we're not recording this match. It's worthy of 6 stars. Kidding. 0.6, maybe. Are you two auditioning to be wrestlers? Or are you going for more of a second stage improv comedy vibe?
Tag is good.
Hey, Lexus and JC, do you know if Mutiny offers a 401k? I forgot to ask in my interview.
One, two, bring it.
We weren't ready for that match, Troy, but I promised the outcome would be different with more time to prepare.
Speak for yourself. I was fully prepared.
I'll handle this, Chase. So, what do you think about a rematch, Troy?
I think it's cute you think another match would turn out any differently. But you've given me a great idea. If you want a rematch so bad, why not do it on NXT? So the entire world can see your big debut and how talented you are. Typically, Unity title matches are intergender, but we're progressive here at NXT, so I'll allow it.
Thank you. I accept your offer of a rematch on NXT.
Perfect. The Unity champions are gonna look great, and Bailey, KO, and all my new bosses here at Mutiny are gonna love it. Thanks for doing me this huge favor.
Anytime.
And this is definitely not the pairing we were expecting.
I had heard that the #1 draft pick and their partner here tonight were tight, but I didn't expect indie wrestler Chase to be pushed aside.
I don't know who's more surprised, us or Lexus King and JC Jane. They planned for a cakewalk and instead got a match against one of the best WWE has to offer and their debuting partner.
Let's see what else the challengers have up their sleeves as they battle for the Unity Tag titles. Remember, guys, the title is on the line here in this one.
And I don't remember the last time the champ was in this much jeopardy, Cole. Tonight might just be the night the title changes hands.
The following.
There you see what's at stake. The NXT Unity Tag Team titles. How much might a surprise change like this affect the Unity Champs game plan?
A heck of a lot. Everybody in the arena expected an indie wrestler named Chase. And instead, we have the WWE debut of a formidable partner for the #1 draft pick.
Well, not to mention it was a very sneaky and shrewd strategy to pull this switch on Mutiny. King and Jane have got to adjust on the fly while already in the thick of things.
Wow.
And a stomp to the gut.
The power of a deadlift into a military press.
Wow.
Walking around the ring.
And face first they go. Treating the champ like a child. Lifting them up and sending them crashing down like they're nothing.
Can you guys believe the power?
Well, they say everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Well, someone just threw their plan out the window.
Oh, a nasty stop to finish it off.
Now a big swing of momentum against King.
Lexus unable to use his wide arsenal here.
Nice suplex.
Our champion is getting rocked a little.
Now we see if he weathers this moment or tries to tag out. And this is just next level brutality.
Nothing was being held back with each of those strikes.
Hoist their opponent up on their shoulders. There's the go to sleep.
Tag, here we go. Connecting on the DDT.
Locking up here. Oh, poke to the eyes.
That seems to have really gotten him. He could have an eye injury.
Nonetheless, the match continues.
JC eats a clothesline.
But Lexus King with the belt shot.
And the referee never saw it.
The champions are going to retain.
Wait, foot on the ropes.
Is that the wrestler Chase who is supposed to compete tonight?
Credit to the challengers for throwing NXT off their game.
Hold on, spear on JC Jane.
Looks like his eye's okay.
Or at least okay enough.
Setting up for some kind of double team move.
And down onto JC Jane with the cover.
That'll do it. We officially have new Unity Tag Team Champions.
We just witnessed amazing teamwork from these two, and it paid off with not only a title win, but a major victory in the war against Mutiny.
And don't forget the assist from Chase.
Mutiny shocked the world with their invasion a couple weeks ago, but now taking their Unity tag titles that they held in such high regard is a shot across NXT's bow.
I have a feeling this is only the beginning between these two sides.
I saw what you did by pulling a fast one on NXT and winning their Unity championships. Clever.
I don't think you've been introduced to the newest team member in our fight against Mutiny.
You used to date each other, right?
Don't hold that against me.
I won't. Welcome to WWE. But I do have to remind both of you, I've decided to remain neutral in this whole issue with NXT. I'm too close to it. So this isn't our fight. And besides, when it comes to competition, it's not just a catchphrase. It really is what's best for business.
We understand your stance, but we don't have to agree with it. We're going to do everything we can to stop Mutiny.
And if that happens, great. But if Mutiny comes out on top, then we'll pivot in that direction. It's what we do in WWE. We're constantly reacting and evolving. It's how we succeed. So like I said, good luck. But I can't support one side or the other until this is all over.
Welcome back, Punk.
Looks like I missed out on all the fun. That was impressive how you tricked them into defending their Unity titles. And then walked away with them, too. Well done.
Thanks. I guess that producer Troy was fired by Mutiny for his screw-up and is now groveling to get his job back with us. Good luck with that.
I have to admit, I'm a little jealous. You got your hands on the Unity champions after what they did to me. But I'll get my shot sooner than later.
I know you will. Which leads us to our next move. We've spoken to the GMs, and we think the best strategy is to divide and conquer between Raw and SmackDown.
At least Aldous and Pierce have our backs, unlike old Triple H. Convenient how he continues to sit on the sidelines, isn't it?
We spoke to him, and he insisted it's what's best for business. I guess we have to take him for his word at this point.
In any event, if we split up, we'll have coverage on both brands to fight off any Mutiny attacks. I'll be headed to SmackDown.
And I'll be focusing on Raw. What about you, Punk?
I think it makes sense for me to float between both brands to help keep an eye on things. There's a lot of top names jumping ship, and I'd like to use my influence to put an end to that.
Sounds like a solid plan. Which brand should we focus on first?